Good evening. We are just hours, a lot of hours, but hours away from Passover. Dum dum dum. Oh no! With all the incessant runs out back to your local supermarket / Walmart to get more easy off, or rubber gloves, or paper plates, or there's a lot of effort involved with making sure that we are ready for Passover. Emphasis on cleaning, cleansing, turning over kitchens. Pesach has a lot involved. And it's easy to get carried away with the menus, with the shopping lists, with the scrubbing. But we need to take the idea of Pesach, of Passover, in context. Right? We're doing a lot of cleaning. We were putting a lot of effort in. Our Parsha this week, Parashat Metzora, also has an emphasis on cleaning, followed by purification. The beginning of the Parsha talks about a person who finds tsaras, what is identified as leprosy, but can't really apply to a building with leprosy because that's a skin element and there's no skin in the building. We have skin in the game. I couldn't help myself, I'm sorry. So you have the scrubbing of the house, removal of the parts that have this tsaras on it, and then searching high and low for every nook and cranny to see if there's any more remaining tsaras. Similar to how we clean for Pesach. We're looking all over to make sure that we don't have any chametz, we don't have any bread, crackers, anything that is not kosher for Passover in a cookie bread form, etc., etc. Right? Legumes for Ashkenazim are not supposed to be consumed on Pesach, but doesn't mean we can't own them. So we're looking all over to see if maybe there's a cookie that got lost, maybe there's a candy bar that kind of fell under somewhere. And if you notice, Parashat Metzora or Parashat Metzora, when they're linked together, usually come before Pesach. As we just mentioned, this doesn't seem to be that much of a coincidence, because we've talked about the aspect of cleaning for Pesach and the cleaning for ensuring that there's no more tsaras. But what is the deeper meaning behind the juxtaposition of Tazria followed by Metzora close to Pesach, and that of searching and rooting out chametz? The masters of Jewish thought, the Baalei HaMachshava, have an interesting perspective related to the search and the removal of chametz from one's property. And they note that Pesach is not only a time to remove chametz, to remove that which shouldn't be here for Pesach from our premises, from our possession, but it's an opportunity for us to look inside ourselves and to find that which shouldn't be there and to remove it. The evil inclination, the Yetzer Hara, the drive for physicality, the drive for the unspiritual, the opposite of the good inclination, the opposite of the Yetzer Tov, tries to work its way into everything that we do. It tries to put in laziness. It tries to insert inertia into our spiritual growth, into our efforts to get closer to Hashem. And just like a little bit of yeast can take flour and water, which could be matzah, but if you add yeast to it, it blows it up. It's no good for matzah. And the rest of you, that's fine, but not for Pesach. So too, a little bit of that Yetzer Hara, getting involved in a positive spiritual pursuit, is not a good thing. And maybe the rest of the year, we can sublimate the efforts of the Yetzer Hara into what we're doing. So, for example, if we're giving charity, we'll sublimate the urge to get honor, to get prestige into that charity. So we'll put a name on a building. If that'll spur us on to doing more, to giving more, to take care of more needs by slapping our label on something, by slapping our brand on something. So maybe the rest of the year that's not a bad thing. But the Baalei HaMachshava point out that on Pesach we should ensure that our intentions, that our actions are the purest they can be. To root out that which could corrupt our quest for closeness to Hashem. We should use Pesach and the Pesach cleaning as an opportunity while we're scrubbing, while we're cleaning, while we're vacuuming, while we're preparing our kitchen for Passover use, and think to ourselves, what can I get out of my life that's keeping me from being as close to Hashem as possible? What can I do to elevate my standard of living, to elevate my Judaism, to elevate my Torah learning, to elevate something that I'm doing, to get the Yetzer Hara out of it? Just like tzaras was supposed to be rooted out of Jewish life as much as possible, as we talked about last week. But the search and the purging and the removal of chametz around Pesach time can help us cleanse ourselves, to help us remove that which is keeping us away from Hashem, so that we can grow ever closer to the Almighty. Have a great week, and take care.